be started by now. I do have the ability now to both record and call 911 at the same time. But it doesn't matter if I'm just going to get arrested for calling 911. Make sure I record everywhere I go for a reason. It's not just my safety that's important, it's also the safety of those around me. 15% battery, but it's not going down. Gentleman dropped some money and another gentleman was kind enough to point it out. That was cool.
she also was like, she kept sending me like, all right, have fun. I'll talk to you later.
Hey, Sean. You here for your coffee, dude?
Nope, I'm too broke for coffee.
I'll buy you a cup of coffee if you want some coffee.
I got a salty guest stir again today. And I didn't pepper spray.
Shut up, Tori.
How come you get a husband? I'm just kidding. I'm not going to assume that's a husband.
Right again.
Yeah, I'm not interested in playthings either. Or property. What I meant to say is marriage is an archaic form of slavery. Alright.
Yeah, we got deli stuff that's
That doesn't look cool.
What can I do for you?
That's all.
Open sesame. But well, I did check the ATM. There's only 5 cents left on my one card. So, yeah, I'm broke. Meanwhile, I got letters in the mail. Apparently, even though I sent in the stuff that I needed to, it doesn't make any difference because they're not going to look at it. They don't care. That's pretty fucked up. I'm getting victimized because other people fuck up repeatedly, and they do it intentionally. These people are trained to do their jobs. They're trained in what to do as mandated reporters. And when they break the law, they know exactly what the hell they're doing. When you try telling on a bad police officer and they start playing like they're mentally fucking retarded, they're breaking the law. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. There's no gray area on this. All these folks who say, oh, well, you can't really do anything, Sean. You just can't do anything. No, there's plenty I can do if I have a friend or family member who gives a shit. Someone who's actually going to listen to understand and actually fucking speak up. Not somebody who's going to try to fucking talk over me and talk down at me like I'm a goddamn retard. Not somebody who's going to refuse to look at any of this fucking hell that I go through. And for goddamn sure, not somebody who's going to make excuses for the goddamn predators. You're shitty fucking people. I speak up because somebody's got to. I'm also running out of battery again. You know, I tried going there this morning. There was issues. Tried going again. Fucking Wolnez had to be a goddamn douchebag. Meanwhile, why don't I put a 45 between his eyes like Candace Bondurant claimed that she would do? That's right. In all these situations that I find myself in, there's the friends that I went to for help to turn in the abuse, and then there's the things that they did instead of helping me turn in the abuse. Like talk about what they would do. Really? Really, Candace Bondurant? Did you put a 45 between the eyes of Officer Michael Beard? No, the fuck you didn't. Sun's going down. You know, people get sick of fucking paying for shit for me every day, and I get sick of fucking waiting on somebody to pay for something. And really, the point is to be able to do it myself. To be able to walk in the store and actually goddamn buy something without getting treated like I'm fucking mooching off everybody in there. That's not what I want to fucking do. That gets you kicked out. I make sure I panhandle off the goddamn property. I try to make sure I only go in there when I got money, because I'm sick and tired of being victimized for not having money. God damn it! Meanwhile, some of y'all older folks still got some asshole treating you like shit because he gave you a fucking sandwich back in 1987. I don't understand why you're still homeless. I tried to help you out. Really? How? By talking over the victim? By being a sexist goddamn piece of shit? The people who were supposed to advocate for me just went out of their way to make every goddamn excuse they could not to do anything. Anything at all. What kind of friends could they really be? If their idea of helping is telling you to be patient and ignoring you, how is telling the victim to be patient and then ignoring the victim helping them to turn it in right away? So you can argue with them for 4, 5, 6 hours. You can literally argue with a victim for hours at a time, but you can't find the time to help them turn it in. It's because you're not interested. They're not friends of yours. It's just another point on your tally on Facebook, isn't it? See, here's the thing. I need help turning it in. I need somebody to actually recognize that this shit is going on and understand why. This shit happens to at-risk adults because none of you actually give a shit. When an at-risk adult is being abused, the frame of mind that you should have as a friend or family member is, if the cops aren't gonna listen, I'll fucking make them listen, because this shit is not fucking okay. You don't tell the goddamn victim you're fucking sorry. That's not a help. That shows what a shitty person you are. If you're not a real friend, don't pretend to be a real friend. If you're not gonna fucking help the victim, don't pretend that you're gonna. If you're gonna literally go out of your way not to try any of the things that keep me safe, you're a piece of shit! You're a goddamn cunt rag! You are a world-class whore-hole! You're just one of millions of people, possibly even billions, on this planet who deserve to be nuked. How do you like that? You expect me to take all this abuse, and then you tell me that I wanted it, needed it, chose it, or deserved it. What fucking trash you are. At least some of them folks over at Safeway are kind of starting to understand. The problem is I'm fucking flat broke now. I can't take care of myself. It makes me feel like shit to go out there every fucking day and fucking hold a goddamn sign for fucking table straps. I need help stopping daily abuse. You goddamn pieces of shit. Nobody ever is gonna care that much though, are they? The least you could do is put a bullet through my fucking head, but you won't do that either, will you? No, you'll just look the other way and tell me how sorry you are. All these predators do it again and again and again. Oh, it's not your fault, is it? Of course it's not. The reality of it is, for a lot of you, it is your fault. Because I did what I was supposed to. I did what I was supposed to according to the law. I did what I was supposed to according to McGruff. That's right. Went all the way back to the 80s on that shit, didn't I? I gotta make some goddamn money. Every goddamn day I have to come out here and fucking panhandle. Because of abuse. Because of abuse. Because of sexism and systemic abuse. Because of sexism and bias from the American Civil Liberties Union. They don't give a fuck about us either. When you tell me to call places, are you helping by calling them with me? Or are you being a piece of shit? It's one or the other. Do not make a male victim go in alone, you piece of shit. Anybody who would make a male victim go in alone is 100% sexist trash! You rape us physically. You rape us mentally. You rape us financially. And then you tell us we chose it. Go fuck yourselves, you predatory American fucks. The rest of the world aside, I don't live in the rest of the world, do I? Sure, I share this rock with those fucking people, don't I? But let's take a look at proximity. Between my predators in the Gaza Strip. That's right. Between my predators in the Gaza Strip and my predators in this town, like Andrew Wolnez, which ones do I really need to worry about? Do I need to worry about fucking Hamas? No! Not even a little bit. Do I have to worry about the complacency of the American people? Or the bias that they hold? 100% I do. Let's see if we can make this goddamn thing work for an extra few minutes. I don't always know what the right thing to do is, but I do know that it's fucking stupid to trust an adult who asks you to keep secrets. That's not a good person. That's trash. That's the definition of predator when you're a kid. If an adult asks you to keep secrets, don't trust them. I don't give a shit if it's your goddamn dad. The police nationwide treat the homeless like shit. And the people worldwide treat us like shit. You tell us all to do all this shit over the internet. And then you tell us we're just lazy if we have a telephone. Or you get offended that we have a fucking telephone. How dare a homeless person have a telephone? Fuck this goddamn country and everyone in it. I know y'all don't like hearing that. I don't like saying it. We're up to 6% battery again. I'm going through my fuel again. I gotta be able to record while I'm out there. I also gotta not be flat fucking broke. I'm just wasting gas right now. Gary hasn't gotten back a hold of me yet. I hope everything's alright. Check my other phone and see if he's called. fuck this goddamn country and everyone in it. When an at-risk adult is being abused, they need a friend or family member to go in with them or they will be blown off. The fact that my friends and family members were complete and total fucking pieces of shit, both before and after Natalie's death, kind of shows you why she got a bullet through her fucking skull. People didn't give a shit about her any more than they gave a shit about me. The difference is she had a vagina. None of these people cared about her as a human being. They cared about her vagina. That includes her own mother. Now, I'm not saying that Natalie Bollinger's mother sexually molested her. I'm not saying that by a long shot. I'm saying Natalie's mother is a world-class, selfish, junkie piece of shit. Where do you think Natalie learned it from? Why do you think she did all the fucked up shit that she did to me? She wanted to make her predators happy because they were her family. The people that were supposed to love her. Did they love her? No. None of them actually loved her. Every single day, Alicia Bollinger gets to feel how I felt for an entire year before Natalie was killed. Except I didn't just lose one friend. I lost all of them. Because Natalie and Alicia Bollinger didn't want to face consequences. Didn't want to be honest. Felt that it's okay to destroy an innocent man's life because they were fucking embarrassed over a situation they created. Meanwhile, A&E doesn't give a shit. I'm not a human being to them. Chloe Roma doesn't give a shit. I'm not human to her. I'm not a human being to the Dadvocate. I'm certainly not a human being to Mike Boudet or Jennifer Jezowski, however the fuck you pronounce her name. I already know not to let the employees be too nice to me because that'd get me in trouble. I've experienced that before. I'm glad that Malcolm didn't treat me like that. There's a lot of people that have. There's a lot of places in town I'm not allowed to go because I was victimized on their property. Like Fred Myers. I was victimized by Vicky Rain and her friend Nick and the police and at least 3 of the staff there at the Fred Myers. All on the same day. Do you bother to find out who's the victim, who's the predator? Or are you just a shitty person to everybody? Well, most of you choose to be shitty people to everybody. You don't give a fuck who's right and wrong. You don't care who's the victim. You just don't want it in your area. Meanwhile, the world isn't your area. We're all stuck on this fucking rock. Except some of us don't have a place to go. The Palestinians and the Gaza Strip got no room to bitch. None whatsoever. I won't stand behind the United States government. They're just as terroristic as Hamas. Now let's see how much battery we got on this sumbitch. 8%. Yeah, we're probably not going to be panhandling much. Probably not going to make much money. But I can't panhandle without recording it. I can't go anywhere or do anything without fucking recording it. And I can't listen to music while I'm recording it because I had to get my video taken down. So then there's something that helps me out that I can't even fucking do because I have to record all the time for my goddamn safety because none of you care. Not one of my goddamn friends cared. Not one, ever. They cared to tell me how to think and how to feel. They cared to tell me to go call somebody else. Yeah, exactly. Here's a quarter, go call someone who fucking cares. Obviously, your friends don't. Well, your friends, as soon as they start trying to pawn you off on anyone, you can them. You fucking flush them like a smelly turd. Because that's all they are. The moment they start playing victim, you expose the living shit out of them. That's what you do. The moment they start playing victim, you speak up loud and proud, or they're gonna fucking stab you in the back. At least if you speak up loud and proud, you show your intentions. And when they try to sell a false goddamn narrative, at least you spoke up, not that anyone gives a fuck. However, I've been following the instructions of what I'm told to do for my safety to the best of my abilities. But how many of you try to understand what my abilities are? While you're busy saying you can't, you can't, you can't, you shouldn't have said that you would. You would. You would. People like Kayla Trujillo, who promised that she'd help me before Natalie was killed. But no, she was too busy getting drunk and fucked up, selling drugs, playing video games. She wasn't going to help me. She just wanted me to bring cigarettes and weed. She wanted me to panhandle for food. I brought cigarettes. I brought food repeatedly. The day I found out Natalie disappeared, I was at Kayla Trujillo's. Gonna cook up some chorizo. I had the pan in my hand and the chorizo in the other one when I got the phone call saying Natalie was missing. And I had to dread that call for over a year. Because for over a year, I'd been victimized over and over and over again by Natalie Bollinger and her friends and fucking junkie family. But that's okay, isn't it? It's okay, because when I reached out to my friends for help stopping the abuse, she got to pretend that I was stalking her because I tried to get help. Was I trying to get help to go rape her, or to beat her, or to chop her up and fucking feed her to the dogs? No. I was trying to get help stopping abuse. Was I asking her who she was hanging out with and where she was at? No. I never asked her who she was hanging out with or where she was at. I didn't fucking care. What I wanted is for people to leave me the fuck alone so I could go see my friends and family. But she didn't give a shit. Good luck getting a woman to give a shit when she's fucking embarrassed. It's her decision to slander your name. And there is no way in hell that Natalie, Alicia, and Maddie didn't know full well what the fuck they were doing. Every woman in America knows how to do this shit. You get embarrassed or a man tells you no. He's a horrible person, isn't he? We're at 10% battery. That's not going to get me shit, and I'm running out of gas fast. The only people who get on here and interact with me are either trolls or people who want to be fucking entertained. So they're not much different from the trolls. You get pissed off at me when the recording gets for you. Well, I don't care if it's boring for you. I record for my fucking safety, not for your fucking entertainment. Tomorrow's my birthday. I'll be 43 years old. If you actually care about me, you'll put a bullet in my head. Because obviously, you're never going to lift a fucking finger to help me to turn this shit in. You're all shitty excuses for human beings who come here for entertainment. It's gross. It's fucking gross. Let's hope this 10% charge I have on my goddamn phone and however much charge is on this little portable charger. Let's hope it's enough to keep me going for a while. Also, I'd like to kindly remind you all that there's no such thing as a good cop. Let's get back to panhandling. Hopefully I make something. It's okay. I don't bite. I don't have any teeth. It's true. I can't bite. I have no teeth. sober. Don't tell anyone.
Oh, okay.
I don't really fit in because of it.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, it's weird. Like everybody expects all the homeless people to be on drugs, and then it weirds them out when we're not.
Yeah, for some people, it's hard to be homeless and afford drugs.
Right? Common sense.
Yeah.
Apparently you grew up in an area where people believed in educating people. And now we just blame everything on everybody who's not us. I either blame people older than me or younger than me.
I'll tell you, I didn't have more family, but I have a niece who, 2 years ago, and 2 years ago, and he had no money, he was broken down car, no food, nothing. And she'd gone through the whole getting off and getting off the drugs and trying to work through it.
I'll probably waste this on coffee and gasoline.
That sounds good. I look for the coffee especially.
Yeah, I was getting ready to go in there in just a minute. The lady who's working tonight, though, her name is Jade, and she's taking a break, I think, unless it's after 7.
Oh.
See if it's after 7. Oh. 5:49. Yeah, they're still open for another hour. I should have enough for... I'm going to go in and get a coffee.
Good.
Thank you. My name is Sean, by the way.
I'm Cheryl.
It's good to meet you, Cheryl.
Where are you from?
Chapel, Nebraska.
Oh, are you heading back there?
No, ma'am, there's nothing there for me. I got family back there, but if I go back, people will hurt my family, so it's better off to avoid it.
So you're going to stay in Oregon?
For now anyway. I got a friend of mine in California at a place called Slab City.
Uh-huh.
And I've been supposed to go see her since last year, but she disappeared. And I got 2 friends here who are disappeared, David and Katie Saltzman. So I kind of came to Oregon to find missing people, not to hold a sign at Safeway in Tillamook.
Yeah.
Thank you. Oh yeah, I was gonna go get coffee. Thank you. Well, when it makes you feel bad, the machine sucks. Just look at the bright side. At least Alexander's not here.
Yes, right.
I don't. I just panhandled up literally my first dollars of the day, although I stood out there a lot of the day. I also got assaulted, which is pretty cool, but nobody got peppered. I did brought my pepper spray though.
Don't fool anybody, that's your inhaler.
It's totally my inhaler. Would you like some of my albuterol, sir?
Well, I got some here. I got the shotgun size.
Praise the Jeebus, I guess.
Anybody got some here?
No, I don't. All right, so here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna all 3 find somebody half our size who smokes, and we're gonna surround them.
And I'll ask them for cigarettes.
And I'll ask them
the
for
midget
cigarettes.
circus was in town. Huh? I know the midget circus was in town. What is that?
See, most people aren't even aware that there is a midget circus, and there is. The Mexican midget circus actually exists.
The midget circus is in town.
The first time I heard that, I thought it was a racist joke.
The circus will turn your crown upside down.
Although, if you've ever watched what was that movie, The Wizard of Oz?
Oh, yeah.
You realize there really are a lot more midgets than we originally anticipated. Growing up in the 80s, I saw one once in a great while. We only ever had 1 midget in any school I was ever in.
Well, then there's the Bell family. Jody Bell, Rusty Bell. Jody's smaller.
Is that the famous family that was on TV?
He was out being used to. old school therapy and first grade on that.
Well, I think the lady I'm supposed to get coffee from is now on duty, so I'm gonna walk back in there and I'm gonna slurp me down some of that Starbucks crackine or whatever they put in it to make you addicted.
Liquid crack.
Yep.
Do that to you, Sean.
Thank you. Oh, I got enough crack already. I walk around on my hands. Gracias, cockle.
Thought you'd enjoy those.
Learning Spanglish, I'm having problems differentiating the difference between Spanglish and Texican. Yeah, I've been informed by some folks from Texas that Texican is neither Mexican nor Spanglish. Nor is it English.
How you doing, Sean?
Well, other than getting assaulted today, I finally, after spending hours and hours and hours out there with my stupid sign that says, "Hey, look at me, I'm gimpy," some lady gave me enough for coffee.
Aw. Well, I would love for
See you,
the
Sean.
Oh my God, thank you.
Hey, man.
I would love for my person to get back any second to give you coffee.
Oh, Jake?
Yeah, she knows she's underage, so she gets 15.
Well, I have plenty of time to
Yeah,
wait.
I forgot about that.
I look at it like this. Everybody
She'll be back anytime now.
who works at the Starbucks is totally cool to me, and anybody who works in the deli automatically gets props because they're just a bunch of sweethearts, even the ones with attitudes.
Hey, what about management, Sean?
Oh my God, do they even matter?
Sure matters to me.
Yeah, the grunts don't give a crap about the.
Oh, I don't?
It's not that you're not people. It's just that, when you're the little guy on the totem pole, it's tough to look at a lieutenant and go,
Please,
yeah, he's
these
not
are my
a college
kids.
boy.
I'll protect these people like they're my blood.
And I would run if I was capable.
All right, sweetheart, this gentleman has been waiting patiently. So whenever you're ready.
I was gonna get a tall cup of coffee, and if she reads minds, she can actually figure it out. Tall cup.
I'll get shots. Very easy.
I get the same thing like clockwork every time. It makes it simple, and it makes it so they can read my mind. Tall cup of coffee in a grande cup with 10 sugars and the raw and creamer.